Here's a question for you. What do you do with a ballpoint pen that's run out? Answer: invisible doodles. Take a piece of drawing paper and lay it on a soft surface, such as a newspaper or a magazine, and just start to sketch a very quick doodle onto your paper. And the technique here is just to press down as firmly as you can, creating an impression in the paper with your broken down ballpoint pen. And another little tip, try and put in as much detail as you possibly can. And you'll see why in a minute. You'll see the effect that I'm looking for. And there it is. Well, it isn't really. Not until you take a wax crayon and scribble over your invisible doodle. And hey presto, your doodle is no longer invisible. Look at that. And if you haven't got a ballpoint pen that's broken down, you can do an invisible doodle with anything that's got a sharp point, such as a cocktail stick or even the wrong end of a paintbrush. And it's just a case of taking an ordinary pencil sharpener and just sharpening the wrong end of the paintbrush. But be careful with this because it can be quite sharp. There you are. Perfect to do an invisible doodle with. And there's lots of different types of invisible doodles that you can do. And just make them appear using a wax crayon. What about some fancy writing? You see what I was saying about putting in the detail? The more detail that you put in with your pointed implement, then the more detail you get out when you actually scribble the wax crayon over it. And you could do a comic strip sequence. If we get another wax crayon here, different colour, I'm going to scribble over that area. So again, just scribbling away. There's a little fly in the air there. And, hold on, what's that? Looking at the water at it. Well, let's see what happens in the next bit of the sequence. We've got something leaping out of the water. Yep, it's a goldfish. I'm just scribbling over with my wax crayon to reveal the detail. And you could even do a night picture with a darker crayon. There it is. And if you do all of your doodles on one piece of paper, then they look good together as a piece of doodle art. Try it yourself. Invisible doodles.
Oh, that's a great use for an expired biro or a sharpened paintbrush. But be careful and don't press too hard, otherwise this happens. Sad, isn't it?